Have you ever wondered how a baby knows when it's finally time to enter the world? It's one of the most remarkable events in human life. For months, a baby grows quietly in the safety of the womb. Then, often without warning, a series of incredible changes begin that lead to natural childbirth. And here's what surprises many people. Labor doesn't usually start with dramatic scenes like we see in movies. In reality, the body has often been preparing for weeks before the first true contraction ever begins. If you've experienced childbirth before, I'd love to know how many children you have. And if you're watching for a daughter, granddaughter, or simply out of curiosity, tell us where you're watching from. It's always wonderful to see people joining from all around the world. As pregnancy enters its final weeks, both mother and baby are making important preparations for the journey ahead. Every pregnancy follows its own path. Some mothers feel energetic and active right until delivery. Others find these final weeks more challenging. Both experiences are completely normal. During this time, the baby continues to grow and gain weight. Tiny layers of fat develop beneath the skin, helping the baby regulate body temperature after birth. The growing baby takes up more space inside the uterus, and many mothers notice increasing pressure throughout the abdomen and pelvis. Take Margaret, for example. At 38 weeks, she found that getting out of bed suddenly felt like a major project. Simple tasks such as tying shoes or climbing stairs required more effort than before. She wondered if something was wrong. In reality, her experience reflected a common part of late pregnancy. As the baby grows larger, the body naturally adjusts to accommodate the extra weight and shifting center of gravity. But one fascinating change often happens next. Many babies begin moving into a position that better prepares them for birth. Earlier in pregnancy, babies may twist, turn, and change positions frequently. In the final weeks, however, most settle head down in the mother's pelvis. Interestingly, this shift can create a mixed experience for the mother. Many women notice they can breathe a little easier because the baby is no longer pressing as heavily against the diaphragm. Yet, at the same time, they may find themselves making more frequent trips to the bathroom as pressure increases on the bladder. It can feel like a trade-off. The baby's head-down position is generally considered the most favorable position for a vaginal birth. However, not every baby settles this way. Some remain in a breech position, where the feet or buttocks are positioned lower in the uterus. This is one reason regular prenatal care remains so important. Healthcare providers monitor the baby's position and overall progress as delivery approaches. And while all of this is happening on the outside, another extraordinary process is taking place inside the baby's body. The lungs are preparing for their very first breath. Think about that for a moment. For months, the baby has received oxygen through the placenta. The lungs have never taken in air, yet before birth, they undergo critical development that helps prepare them for life outside the womb. The baby even performs breathing-like movements inside the uterus. These rhythmic motions help strengthen the muscles involved in breathing and support lung development. Many parents are amazed when they first learn this. The body is essentially rehearsing for one of life's most important moments. And while the baby is getting ready physically, many mothers are experiencing something equally powerful emotionally. As the due date approaches, emotions often become more intense. Excitement, anticipation, nervousness, impatience, sometimes all within the same afternoon. For first-time mothers especially, questions can seem endless. What will labor feel like? How will I know it's starting? Am I truly ready? These feelings are incredibly common. Some women also notice an unexpected burst of motivation and energy. One day they may suddenly feel compelled to reorganize closets, wash baby clothes, clean kitchen cabinets, or rearrange furniture. This phenomenon is often called the nesting instinct. No one knows exactly why it happens, but many mothers describe a strong desire to prepare their environment before the baby arrives. And then come the contractions that often create confusion. Many women experience what are known as practice contractions during pregnancy. These contractions can feel surprising, especially for first-time mothers. The abdomen may tighten for a short period before relaxing again. They can occur irregularly and often disappear with rest, hydration, or changes in activity. Because they don't consistently increase in strength or frequency, they generally do not signal the start of active labor. But the biggest surprise often comes when true labor finally begins. Unlike practice contractions, true labor contractions develop a pattern. They become more regular, closer together, longer lasting, and gradually more intense. Many mothers describe realizing something different is happening because the contractions refuse to go away. Walking doesn't stop them. Changing positions doesn't stop them. Resting doesn't stop them. Instead, they continue building momentum. At this stage, the cervix begins gradually opening in preparation for birth. For some women, this process unfolds steadily over many hours. For others, labor progresses more quickly. Every birth story is unique. If you've gone through labor yourself, what was the first sign you noticed? I'd love to hear your experience in the comments because those stories often help and encourage other families preparing for childbirth. Another event many people associate with labor is the breaking of the water. Movies often portray this as the dramatic beginning of labor, but real life can be quite different. For some mothers, the amniotic sac ruptures before contractions become strong. For others, labor is already well underway when it happens. And in some cases, it may not occur naturally until later in the process. When necessary, healthcare professionals may assist by carefully opening the amniotic sac during labor using specialized sterile instruments. This is just one example of how childbirth can follow many different paths while still leading toward the same goal: a healthy delivery for both mother and baby. What researchers and healthcare professionals have observed over many years is that natural childbirth is not a single event, but a carefully coordinated process involving countless changes in both bodies. The mother's body prepares, the baby's body prepares. Hormones communicate, muscles coordinate, and gradually, step by step, a new life enters the world. It's a process that has inspired wonder across generations. Whether you've personally experienced childbirth, supported someone through labor, or are simply learning more about the incredible journey of pregnancy, understanding these changes can make the experience feel a little less mysterious and a little more empowering. If you found this video helpful, consider giving it a like and sharing it with someone who may benefit from it. And if you enjoy learning about health, aging, and the amazing ways the human body works, be sure to subscribe and join our growing community. One final note before we finish. Every pregnancy and birth experience is different. Information shared in this video is intended for educational purposes only and should never replace guidance from qualified healthcare professionals. Always consult your doctor, midwife, or healthcare provider regarding questions about pregnancy, labor, or delivery. Thank you for spending your time with us today. Take care of yourself, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.